Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. 1 minute ago, Ziyu finally reveals the shocking truth behind his sudden marriage to Tian, fans in tears. Broken heart glowing star. The entertainment industry has been shaken to its very core, and the fandom world is in absolute meltdown. Just moments ago, Ziyu, the actor admired for his calm aura and dazzling charisma, finally broke his silence and revealed the real truth behind his sudden and secretive marriage to Tian. What fans thought was just another rumor or an elaborate PR stunt has now been confirmed by none other than Ziyu himself, and the revelation is far more shocking, emotional, and heart-stopping than anyone could have ever imagined. Dispatch first sparked the fire weeks ago when whispers of a hush-hush wedding began to circulate online. Photos of what looked like a private ceremony leaked into fan spaces, showing blurred figures that closely resembled Ziyu and Tian exchanging vows under soft candlelight. At the time, neither of them confirmed nor denied the rumors, choosing to remain silent. That silence fueled speculation, debates, and heated arguments across fan communities. Some fans were hopeful, others were doubtful, and many dismissed it as fabricated gossip. But now, Ziyu has stepped forward to lay everything bare, and his honesty has left millions around the world in tears. In a carefully prepared video released just 1 minute ago, Ziyu looked directly into the camera with emotion written all over his face. His voice trembled slightly as he began, "I know the world has questions. I know you've been waiting for answers. It's true, I married Tian, and I owe you the truth about why it happened so suddenly." Those words alone were enough to send fans spiraling. Social media platforms exploded instantly, hashtags like #ZiyuMarriageTruth, #Ziyu and Tian, and #fans in tears shooting straight to the top worldwide within seconds. According to Ziyu, the marriage was not a reckless decision, but a deliberate choice born from years of deep friendship, trust, and an unshakable bond that had slowly blossomed into something greater. He revealed that he and Tian had been quietly building their relationship far away from the spotlight, keeping their connection private to protect it from the chaos of fame. "I didn't want our love to become content for strangers. I wanted it to be real, sacred, and untouched by the noise of the world," Ziyu explained, his eyes glistening with unshed tears. Fans were stunned as Ziyu went on to share the heartbreaking struggles that pushed them to tie the knot in secret. He revealed that at one point, rumors and outside pressures threatened to tear them apart. Friends, managers, even industry insiders had their doubts, telling them that love between two stars of their stature could never survive under the weight of gossip and scrutiny. But instead of breaking them down, the pressure only brought Ziyu and Tian closer. "We realized love is not about timing, not about what people expect, but about what we feel. And in that moment, we knew we didn't want to wait another day," Ziyu confessed. Dispatch then released never-before-seen footage from the couple's secret wedding, and the internet collectively gasped. The video showed Ziyu and Tian exchanging handwritten vows under a canopy of white roses. No flashing lights, no reporters, no audience beyond a handful of trusted loved ones. Just two souls standing side by side, promising forever in whispers soft enough to be carried by the wind. At one point, Tian is seen wiping away a tear from Ziyu's cheek, whispering words that cameras could not catch but hearts around the world could feel. Fans flooded comment sections with messages like, "This is the purest thing I've ever seen in my life. I'm crying so hard, they really did this for love, not for show. This is history. No one can convince me otherwise." But what truly left fans in pieces was Ziyu's closing statement in the video. He leaned forward, his voice steadier now, and said, "I know many of you are shocked. I know some of you might feel hurt that we didn't tell you sooner. But please understand, love doesn't wait for permission. I married Tian because he is my home, my peace, and my forever." 1 minute ago, Ziyu finally reveals the shocking truth behind his sudden marriage to Tian, fans in tears, Part 2, Broken Heart Fire. Just when fans thought the shockwaves couldn't get any louder, Dispatch has now followed up Ziyu's confession with a full-length exposé that dives even deeper into the details of this sudden marriage, and the revelations are nothing short of jaw-dropping. Moments after Ziyu's emotional video statement went viral, Dispatch stunned the world by releasing an exclusive behind-the-scenes documentary-style feature. This feature not only included clips from Ziyu and Tian Shu's intimate wedding but also personal interviews with close friends, stylists, and even staff members who had silently witnessed their journey unfold from behind the curtains. And let's be clear, this wasn't just a wedding, it was the culmination of a love story written in secret, guarded by loyalty, and finally revealed with breathtaking honesty. Rose, the hidden wedding venue. Dispatch confirmed that Ziyu and Tian Shu tied the knot in a secluded vineyard estate just outside Hangzhou, far away from the chaos of the city and the blinding paparazzi lights. The estate, draped in ivy and overlooking a quiet lake, became the stage of a love story that fans now say feels like a scene from a romance drama brought to life. Photos show the venue lit with hundreds of lanterns floating on the water, white roses arranged in delicate arches, and candles lining the aisle where the couple walked hand in hand. A piano softly played in the background while just 20 trusted guests, mostly family and lifelong friends, looked on with tears in their eyes. One insider whispered to Dispatch, "There were no cameras, no loud applause, no reporters. Just sincerity. They looked at each other like the rest of the world didn't exist." Dove # the emotional vows. The vows between Ziyu and Tian Shu have now become the most talked about detail. Ziyu's voice reportedly cracked as he read his handwritten words. "For years, the world knew me as Ziyu, but you are the only one who knows me as I truly am. You've seen my fears, my flaws, my silence, and still, you stayed. Today, I don't just promise to be your husband, I promise to be your safe place forever." When it was Tian Shu's turn, he reportedly broke down halfway through his vows. Holding Ziyu's hand tightly, he whispered, "I used to think love was fragile. That it could be broken by rumors, distance, or time. But you proved me wrong. You taught me love is unshakable. And today, I give you everything, my heart, my soul, my forever." Guests described the moment as otherworldly and too raw to be staged. Even staff who were there for setup admitted they couldn't stop crying while overhearing the vows. Globe showing Europe-Africa the internet meltdown. Meanwhile, social media platforms are drowning under the weight of fan reactions. On Weibo, the hashtag #ZiyuTianShuWedding has already surpassed 4 billion views in under 2 hours. On Twitter, fans are trending hashtags like #TrueLoveExists and #ZiyuConfession2025. TikTok is overflowing with edits of the leaked wedding clips set to emotional songs, some garnering millions of views in less than 30 minutes. One viral fan tweet captured the global sentiment perfectly. "Ziyu and Tian Shu just destroyed the idea that celebrity love can't be real. This is the most beautiful, purest thing I've ever seen. I can't stop crying." International fans are holding live watch parties, translating every line of Ziyu's confession into dozens of languages, making sure no fan is left behind in experiencing the magic of this reveal. Microphone industry reactions. But it's not just fans who are talking. Fellow celebrities, directors, and co-stars are also chiming in with overwhelming support. One of Ziyu's former drama co-stars posted, "I've seen them together off-camera, and let me tell you, what you're seeing today is real. They are the definition of soulmates." Another director who worked with Tian Shu wrote, "He's always been quiet about his private life, but when Ziyu visited the set once, I understood everything. The way they looked at each other. I've never seen love like that." Even rival agencies have been forced to acknowledge the power of this moment, with one insider commenting that this revelation could change the way celebrity relationships are handled in the industry forever. Blackheart, the tearful closing words. But perhaps the most heartbreaking and healing part of all this came at the very end of Ziyu's video confession, which Dispatch replayed in its special feature. Looking directly into the camera, Ziyu's voice grew steady as he said, "For so long, I was scared of letting you know. I thought the world would tear us apart. But I realized hiding the truth hurts more than telling it. So here I am, telling you with all my heart, Tian Shu is my husband. He is my home. And I will spend my life protecting him, no matter what the world says." Those final words ignited a storm of emotions worldwide. Fans who had once doubted the rumors are now overwhelmed with guilt for questioning their idol. Others are pledging undying support, promising to defend the couple from any backlash. As Dispatch special ends, one thing is crystal clear: this is not a PR stunt. This is a love story powerful enough to defy the odds, silence the skeptics, and redefine what it means to be in love in the spotlight. If you thought the story was over with the emotional vows and dispatched reveal of the wedding video, think again. Because the real shock lies not just in the beautiful ceremony or the emotional words, but in the painful sacrifices, hidden struggles, and nearly broken moments that Ziyu and Tian Shu went through before finally standing hand in hand as husbands. High voltage sign: the silent battles fans never saw. Behind the glamour, the award shows, the smiling interviews, and the dramas that kept fans glued to their screens, Ziyu and Tian Shu were fighting a storm that few outsiders could ever imagine. According to Dispatch's insiders, there were nights when Ziyu sat in his car outside Tian Shu's apartment, afraid to go in because he didn't want to burden him with the weight of his fame. There were days when Tian Shu turned off his phone completely, unable to handle the constant pressure of hiding their love from the public eye. One anonymous staff member who had been with them during a drama shoot admitted, "They loved each other deeply, but you could see the tension in their eyes. They wanted to hug, to hold hands, to laugh freely, but the fear of being caught was too heavy. I've seen Ziyu walk past Tian Shu in public like he didn't exist, only to run back and cry in private. Broken heart, the almost breakup that shattered them." What no one knew until now is that Ziyu and Tian Shu actually came close to ending it all. Sources reveal that about a year before the wedding, Ziyu's agency had given him an ultimatum: either keep his relationship hidden forever, or risk his career collapsing under scandal. It was during this time that Ziyu, heartbroken, suggested they go their separate ways. Insiders say Tian Shu didn't argue, he just nodded silently, tears streaming down his face. For weeks, the two didn't see each other, throwing themselves into work, pretending to move on. But fate had other plans. One rainy evening, Tian Shu reportedly showed up at Ziyu's set unannounced. Without a word, he grabbed Ziyu's hand, looked him in the eyes, and whispered, "I don't care if the world turns against us. I don't care if we lose everything. I can't lose you." That moment, insiders say, changed everything. Ziyu broke down in Tian Shu's arms, vowing never to let go again, no matter the cost. Crescent Moon: the secret late-night meetings. Dispatch revealed that for years, Ziyu and Tian Shu would meet in the dead of night, in places no one could imagine: empty parking lots, hidden rooftops, even deserted highways. One friend close to the couple revealed, they had this little ritual. Every time they met secretly, they would sit in Ziyu's car, listening to music, eating takeout food, and laughing like two kids who had just discovered love for the first time. It was simple, but for them, it was freedom. These moments, though hidden, became the foundation of their relationship. Every stolen hour reminded them that their love was worth the risk. Globe showing Europe-Africa why they finally said enough. So what pushed them to finally reveal the truth, knowing the backlash it could bring? According to sources, it was exhaustion. Ziyu and Tian Shu were simply tired of living a half-life, where love had to be whispered instead of celebrated. Ziyu himself admitted in his video confession, "I realized that even if the world accepted me as a star, it meant nothing if I couldn't accept myself as someone in love. I don't want to just exist in the eyes of fans, I want to live in the arms of the man I love." That realization became the turning point. They decided to marry quietly, not for the cameras, not for the industry, but for themselves. Rose: the price of love. Of course, love this strong doesn't come without a price. Industry experts predict that Ziyu's endorsements and acting contracts may take a hit. Some conservative fans have already voiced disappointment, though their numbers are being drowned out by overwhelming support worldwide. But for Ziyu and Tian Shu, none of that matters anymore. One close friend summarized it best. They've already been through hell together. After this, nothing can break them. They've chosen love, and in doing so, they've chosen freedom. Glowing star: the fans promise. And as the world processes this shocking revelation, one thing stands out: the loyalty of their fanbase. Thousands of fans are organizing online campaigns to support the couple, trending hashtags like #ProtectZiyu and Tianshu, and even planning fan projects like wedding gift collages and charity donations in their honor. One fan wrote, "If Ziyu and Tianshu can fight the entire world for their love, the least we can do is fight the world for them." Broken heart: from silent battles to secret meetings, From almost breaking up to finally choosing forever, Ziyu and Tian Shu's story is no longer just a celebrity headline. It's a symbol of resilience, of love against all odds, and of two souls refusing to be silenced. As the dust begins to settle from Dispatch's bombshell and Ziyu's own emotional confession, the spotlight has shifted to the most intimate circle around the couple, their families. Because behind every great love story lies the approval, resistance, and sometimes heartbreak of parents, siblings, and loved ones. And in Ziyu and Tian Shu's case, the family reactions have been nothing short of dramatic, touching, and utterly unforgettable. Woman #boy Ziyu's mother, from fear to full acceptance. When the news first reached Ziyu's mother, insiders say she was stunned into silence. As a traditional woman who had always envisioned her son marrying a woman, raising children, and following a normal path, the sudden revelation that he had secretly married a man left her shaken. At first, she reportedly asked Ziyu, "Are you sure this is what you want? Do you know how hard this life will be for you both?" Ziyu, holding her hands, replied with tears in his eyes, "Mom, I've never been more sure of anything. I've spent years pretending to be someone else, but with Tian Shu, I am free. He is my home." Those words broke her. Witnesses reveal she wept quietly, embracing her son, whispering, "If he is your home, then he will be my son too." From that moment, her resistance melted into unwavering support. Now, she is said to be one of their fiercest protectors, shielding them from criticism and even publicly liking posts celebrating the marriage. Man #boy Tian Shu's father, a tearful welcome. If Ziyu's mother's acceptance was gradual, Tian Shu's father's reaction was immediate and overwhelming. According to Dispatch, when Tian Shu brought Ziyu home after the wedding, his father broke down before either could speak. He reportedly hugged Ziyu tightly and said, "I may not understand everything, but I see the way you love my son. That's enough for me. From today, you are my son too." Those words reportedly left both men in tears, their embrace lasting minutes as the family gathered around in emotional silence. Two women holding hands, the siblings' reactions. Both Ziyu and Tian Shu have siblings, and their reactions have added another layer of warmth to the story. Ziyu's younger sister is said to have been fangirling over the entire situation, posting cryptic emojis like rainbow ring fire on her private social media the moment the news broke. Meanwhile, Tian Shu's older brother, known for being stoic, made a rare emotional post. "To love is not a weakness. To hide love is. I'm proud of you, little brother." That message spread like wildfire online, quickly going viral among fans who praised the family for their openness. Broken heart, the family fears. But it wasn't all joy. Both families admitted to worrying about the backlash, the judgment from society, the career risks, and the possibility of their sons being targeted by hate. A family insider revealed. They cried not because they were ashamed, but because they feared how cruel the world can be. They wanted to protect Ziyu and Tian Shu, but at the same time, they knew love this strong couldn't be hidden forever. These fears, though real, were eventually drowned out by love. As both families came together, they made a pact: no matter what happens, Ziyu and Tian Shu will never stand alone. Cherry Blossom, the first family dinner. Fans may swoon at this next revelation. Not long after the wedding, the couple hosted their first joint family dinner, a symbolic act of uniting not just two men, but two families. Eyewitnesses say the evening was filled with laughter, tears, and heartfelt toasts. Ziyu's mother reportedly gifted Tian Shu a family heirloom necklace, symbolizing her acceptance of him as her son. Tian Shu's father, on the other hand, raised his glass and declared, "To love that defies fear, and to family that knows no boundaries." The room erupted in applause, and even the usually reserved Ziyu couldn't stop smiling through his tears. Globe showing Europe-Africa fans react to the family blessings. As Dispatch leaked these details, fans were quick to react. Many admitted they cried harder reading about the family's responses than they did during the wedding reveal. One fan wrote, "It's one thing for two people to love each other, but for both families to embrace them? That's the real miracle. I'm bawling my eyes out." Another tweeted, "Ziyu's mom and Tian Shu's dad deserve an award for Parents of the Year. This is the acceptance so many dream of. Red Heart has a love story bigger than themselves." With family blessings secured, Ziyu and Tian Shu's story has transformed from a scandalous revelation into a beacon of hope. Their courage has already sparked conversations in households across Asia about acceptance, freedom, and the meaning of true love. In the end, what began as a shocking revelation is now being celebrated as one of the most powerful love stories of 2025. Love letter fans now eagerly await the next chapter. Will Ziyu and Tian Shu talk about plans for the future? Are children or adoption in their path? And how will they balance their careers with this newfound openness?